I remember when I came back from England, I was taking part in boxing again, boxing fights, and I had a couple of fights. I won them all, and I was training at a gym in Edenvale and the coach there was John Krieger. Good guy, he's all right, John. Very good guy, He got me a fight. I got me a couple of fights, and I won them all. Then he got me another fight against a guy called Sean Santana. Maybe you remember a guy called Sean Santana. He was from the West Randt, I think. But he was quite up there, and he was doing well. He was unbeaten. He was an unbeaten prospect. And about 2 weeks before the fight, Sean Santana pulled out for some reason. He pulled out of the fight, and the promoter came to me. He said, Ruben, this guy pulled out. Sean pulled out. He doesn't want to fight you. So I got you another fight. It's against a heavyweight. Now, at the time, I was a small cruiserweight. My weight on the scales was 88 kilograms with clothes on, with my clothes and everything, my shoes. 88 kilograms. Cruiserweight's limit is 90.8 kilograms, 90 kilograms. He said, no, this guy's a heavyweight, but he's a small heavyweight. He's from East London in South Africa, East London, there in the townships. I said, no, that's fine, man. I said, it's all right, I trust you, So I keep training, and the next week we go to the weigh-in. At the weigh-in, all the boxers gather, and they will check their weight, and they give each other the eyeball, the psychology goes on, all that kind of stuff. And this guy, my opponent, he was not there. He missed his flight. They said he missed his flight from East London. He missed his flight, so So I thought, well, I wanted to see what he looks like, how big he is, but maybe it's a good thing I didn't see him, because they keep listening. Then the next day at the fight venue, I go in the dressing room and I'm ready, I warm up, and I said to my brother, listen, man. No, my brother said to me, listen, I'm going to walk around and I'll see if I can see this Oki fighting. I want to see what he looks like, I said, yeah, okay, come, let me know. Me, I wasn't worried, but, I was ready. But my brother his family, they worry about care about each other, which is how it should be. He walks around, he comes back. About 15 minutes later, he says, yeah, man, I couldn't find anyone. But I did see one guy, however. He was sitting on a chair there with his legs up on another chair. And he had a hoodie on, he was like this. Sitting there, relaxing, like half asleep. Maybe it could be him. So we still don't know what this guy looks like. Okay, so we warm up, put our bandages on, the hand wraps, get gloves on, get ready, and they call my opponent out. He goes to the ring. They call me out. I go to the ring, and I get in. I'm ready. I'm feeling good. I swear I'll never forget this. I get into the ring, and it's like a big casino. It's a big casino. Lots of people. I get into the ring, and I look at this guy. I thought, fucking hell, what the fuck? This guy's a giant. This guy was taller than me, bigger than me. He was no cruiserweight. The promoter said he's a small heavyweight. He weighs about 90 kilograms, he said. That's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie from the devil. But anyway, I thought to myself, I swear, I can never forget this. I was a very experienced boxer at that stage. It was after winning the world title, and I came back, But still, I was feeling nervous. I was to the point of being scared, and I thought to myself, what should I do? I can't fucking say no. I've got to fight. This guy's there. I've got to fight. And I swear to you, this is a bad situation, man. You never saw your opponent. I was supposed to fight a cruiserweight. Now I'm fighting a heavyweight who's bigger than me. He's like Goliath. I'll never forget. I kept praying, and I prayed. I never prayed him so much in my life. But the good thing about that night is, you see what happens. My coach, John, we saw Nick Durant, my old coach. Nick Durant was my old coach. We saw him there, and John asked Nick if he could help us. No, there was one of John's friends asked Nick, can you help us? Could you work Ruben's corner? Nick said, yeah, and that's the best thing ever. Because you know what? Nick Randt is the best coach South Africa has ever seen. He produced the most champions than any other trainer. And there will never ever be another Nick Randt. People say Nick is this and Nick is that and he's arrogant. And doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if someone is arrogant or someone is this. What matters is, can the man do the job? Yes, he can do the job. So that first round, I come out and I box. And I hit a combination and the guy goes down. My opponent goes down. This big giant, this Goliath, goes down. I went to the corner, neutral corner. The referee says, he counts till 8. He says, box. And I box again, bam, bam, bam. And the guy holds on for dear life. He holds on, he grabs me. The bell rings. Okay, it's fine. I made it through the first round. I knocked him down. In round 2, this guy from East London, he was wild. He's like he swung and he caught me a few times, but didn't do me anything. I was fine. I could take a punch. After the second round, Nick Randt is in my corner. Nick Randt, so I'll never forget this. Nick says, Ruben, box this guy. Don't fight. Just box him. Don't mix with him. Just stick to your boxing. Nick knew me. He knew me better than I knew myself. He knew I was a very good scientific boxer. He said, Ruben, just stick to your boxing. And I swear, I went out round 3 and I boxed and I kept boxing. And what happened, I'll never forget this. The guy was against the ropes and I was there and I threw a left hook and a right hand against his side of his head. The left hook was there and I stepped to the side and I threw a right hand. I swear I'll never forget that. And the guy was down and out. He was knocked out in round 3. So, you know what, I'll never forget it. That was one of my best fights. I got it recorded, but it's such a very, very bad recording. You know what, it's a terrible recording, but see if I can add it on here. But you know, that Nick Randt, myself, Nick, we had our differences, our ups and downs. It's fine, you know. But Nick was one of the best. He was the best, he was the best coach ever in South African boxing. And there will never ever be another Nick Randt. No one will ever produce as many champions as Nick Randt did. And people say, yeah, but Nick is arrogant, Nick is this, Nick is that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The man, it's about doing the job. Can the man do the job? Yes, he can.